All right, traders, we had a strong start to the week. I ended up making 13 lotto trades. I had 6 straight wins in a row, and I had 10 wins in total, 3 losses. If you were to combine the total percent gain of the win and losses with all the option contracts combined, it would have been over 150% profit return on 13 trades today. With that being said, I'm going to show you how to trade the best setups at the best prices. We're going to be recapping some of the price action analysis for today. This is going to help you give a better understanding on how to trade the SPY. We're going to be showing you how to trade the best setups at the best prices heading into tomorrow. Keep in mind, we have speeches coming up this week. And I want to give a big shout out to Trader Society. We have surpassed over 1,000 members within one single year. We just passed 1,000 members. And I want to give a big shout out to Top G. He's been promoted to a lead sniper, a lead trader in terms of SPY, who's really mastered the SPY. He ended up bottom ticking SPY calls at the exact low when this was at $408.20, and his price target was $410.50. It instantly shot up to his price target. Everyone banked on that one. Then he ended up doing puts multiple times at 410.70s. And you're probably wondering, Will, why did he decide to buy puts at this 410.80 gap? This is the reason why. There was a gap to fill below. There was a gap to fill above at 410.80. SPY gap down. It turned 410.80, it turned the gap into resistance, which is bearish. Previous support is now resistance. Big sell off in the pre-market. So if it instantly rips back up to fill that gap, what do? We play the gap close reversal. Now, the reason why I didn't play the 410.80 gap close reversal, which was the high of day for several times in the best price for puts today, is because I wanted $412.35. There was 2 gaps to fill. There was a gap to fill at 410.80. The reason why it's confirmed bearish, it sold off hard in the pre-market. So if it instantly rips back up to 410.80, that's where you're going to want to try to scalp some puts, right? I didn't do it because I wanted 412.35. But in terms of lotto trades, which are not the best setups at the best prices, that would have been a best setup. It wouldn't have been at the best price, but it would have been at the best price for today, you can say. Now, I did end up scalping puts multiple times, did very, very well. That was based off of 30-minute patterns. And I also scalped calls multiple times and did very, very well. And I want to give a big shout out to the group, man. We have several people every single day, man. I'm seeing it. $1,000 profit, $2,000 profit. OKIMC, first trade joined the group, $694 profit. First trade joining, $400 profit almost. Greg, he's been in the group for 2 weeks. He made $1,000 just today alone, double the cost of the membership. In a total, $3,500 so far. We have people who are absolutely crushing it, man. But in terms of where credit is due, Dimitri and Top G, their call outs are insane. And these are the best traders that I've ever come across, man. And I'm blessed to be surrounded by them within this community. I'm telling you, we have a couple of money printers in here who are alerting their trades in real time. And Top G alerted calls, Steven, at the exact bottom today. And he alerted puts at the exact top multiple times. So I want to give a big shout out to him. He also alerted calls towards the lows right here. Now, in terms of the trade that you could have made, which is considered the best setup, but it's not at the best price. But in terms of today, it was the best price, like I said. 410.80, there was a gap to fill. In the pre-market, it sold off hard, which is bearish. So if it instantly rips back up to fill the gap, play it as a gap close reversal, short the SPY at 410.80, short the SPY at 410.80, short the SPY at 410.80. All the other trades were lottos. Those were all the other trades were considered lottos. Now, where do we stand right now? So the SPY closed at 409.83. If we look during extended hours, it is having a small move, and we do also have speeches coming out tomorrow. But this closed at 409.83. Right now, it's gapping up to 411. So this is what I need you to understand. For the bulls to fill the gap at 412.35, and for the SPY to be bullish heading into tomorrow, this is what would need to happen. The bulls would need to turn 409.83 into support, right? So there's going to be a gap to fill 409.83. As of now, it's gapping up. So that's a make or break gap level. They would need to hold 409.83. If they can do that, very, very good chance that the SPY breaks above this 410.80 to 411. Once it breaks above that, then it fills the gap. There's a gap to fill at 412.35. Your best level for puts is at this 412.35 level. If you see it close this gap and react as a resistance level, this is the best price to short the SPY and buy the put options with a max pain of 413. If we break above 412.35, starts breaking out, forming a floor bullish, then wait till 414 for puts. That's not the best setup though. The best setup in the two key levels for tomorrow are going to be 409.83, today's closing price, and 412.35. These are going to be two key gap levels. And for puts, you're going to want to focus on $412.35. If the SPY does end up gapping up tomorrow and you see support forming at 409.83, you're going to want to scalp calls with a very, very tight stop. The stop should be at $409, not below $409. You should be risking 409 max. That's what I want you to understand. Our whole theory was right in terms of overall direction was going to be downside, and in terms of a way to confirm where to get puts, very simple. The gap cracked. It cracked the gap support, which is bearish, and if it rockets back up to fill the gap at 410.80, you're going to want to short and play puts because it already sold off from 410.80. It turned previous support into resistance. Right here, it formed support and reacted bullish, formed support and reacted bullish, formed support and react bullish. We kept saying that it was going to crack within time instead of bearish this week because it formed a gap close reversal, which is bearish right here, and it formed lower highs. So if you see it crack the gap at 410.80 and it instantly rockets back up to fill this gap at 410.80, that's where you're going to want to play puts. And that strategy was the best setup. It was the best price for today as well, but I wouldn't consider it the best price for puts. Best price for puts, like I said, is really that 412.35. But it was the best setup at the best price for today, utilizing that strategy. And I want to give a big shout out to Top G because he did utilize that strategy. Very simple. Gap to fill below at 410.80. Okay, SPY gap down. It's crashing to 408. Very nice pullback. If it instantly rips back up to fill the gap, if it instantly gaps down, rips back up to fill the gap like it did at 416.78, could have used the same strategy at the 410.80 gap. Big shout out to Top G. He nailed that multiple times, and that was the best trading opportunity for puts today. So that's how you could have used the gap close reversal strategy in terms of today. It was at the best price for today, but I would say it wasn't at the best setup best price because that 412.35 was that higher gap, and that's the one that I want to focus on personally. But you could just see right here, man, it's just very, very simple. Your previous support towards the gap, gaps down, reacts as a resistance multiple times, and also the confirmations. What do I tell you guys all the time? What did I tell you in my videos? When you see it at the gap, and if it forms this, trend reversal doji at resistance, it's bearish. And it was already confirmed bearish because it sold off to 408. So if it instantly rips back up to the 410.80 gap, and it forms this gray trend reversal candlestick, it's going to sell off at resistance. So whoever caught on to that, man, big shout out because this is what I teach. You go back, you watch these videos, you watch that second link in the playlist below. You'll see it every time I talk about this. When SPY fills the gap at resistance, so it had a massive crash from 410.80, it had a nice pullback. If it instantly gaps down and rips back up and starts forming these gravestone dojis, these dojis at that 410.80 resistance, you're gonna wanna scalp puts. Save this pattern right here. This is a money-making pattern. I've seen this pattern form where SPY tanks a lot. And you could just visually see, man, every single time it hit that mid 410s and formed these dojis, it was the beginning of the end. Look at this, man. Beginning of the end, right here, sells off hard. Beginning of the end, sells off hard. Beginning of the end, sells off hard. Beginning of the end, sells off hard. I hit puts on this one. There were so many nice opportunities for not only puts, but calls on these very lucrative trading dips. So overall, this was a choppy day. For people who are saying this is flat or not a good day, they are not scalping. The amount of money you can make scalping options on days like these multiple times, you can quickly rack up 200% plus return. So, let's say my account is sitting at, let's say 100K, and I'm only sizing in 5% on 0 dates. So I'm trading with just $5,000, just 5% of my accounts. Most I can lose is 5% of my accounts, but I'm cutting my losers quickly at like 15, 20% max, right? If I hit 6 wins in a row, and those wins will be 20, 30, 40, 50%, that adds up to multiple 100%. Next thing you know, that $5,000 that I'm trading with turns into 10K. And that's what I'm doing, man. I'm stacking very, very small size, and I'm hitting 20, 30, 40, 50% returns at the speed of light. And it's not just me, man. There's a select group of traders in here who stand out, and they literally own the floor. They own the money-making floor, the SPY floor. You will see them in there. They're always active. They're always printing money. And like I said, I need to give a shout out to Top G, and he's been promoted because he alerted calls at the exact bottom, and he alerted puts at the exact top. And he did it multiple times today. And he made the best trades within the chat. So big shout out to him. With that being said, just to quickly recap, in terms of where we are within the market, The bulls need to hold 409.83 or it gets ugly. It goes super bearish if that cracks and reacts as a resistance. They're going to try to crack 408. If 408 cracks, then we sell off to 406. They try to bounce it at 406. If 410 holds, micro bull flip, we go to 411. If it breaks above 411, it fills the gap at 412.35. Fills the gap at 412.35, reacts as a resistance, short the puts. So your best levels to focus on tomorrow, high end of the channel, 412.35. Lower end, make or break support, 409.83. If the lower end reacts as a resistance, it's going to get ugly. I want you to focus on puts towards the higher end, towards this 412.35. If 409.83 cracks, reacts as a resistance, it's bearish. If it holds that 410, it goes bullish to break above 411 to fill the gap at 412.35 for a potential gap close reversal. That's where I stand. That's my views of the market. And the way I view that is, well, if 412.35 reacts as a resistance, it goes to 411. If 411 cracks, it goes to 410. If 410 cracks, it goes to 408. If 408 cracks, it goes to 406. What if one of those levels reacts as a support level? If 406 reacts as a support, it goes to 408. If 408 reacts as a support, it goes to $410. If 410 reacts as support, then it goes to 411. If 411 reacts to support, it goes to 412, right? That's how you know what your risk is going to be. Because if it's going against you in one of those levels, then you're risking the next level. I get stopped out extremely quickly, and I sell and take my profits at the first level extremely quickly. If I'm playing puts at 412.35, I'm getting out at like 411 at that next level. That's where I'm getting out. We are not holding and hoping, man. This isn't a game of holding and hoping. The ones who are making the easy, quick money are the scalpers. The ones who are getting in and getting out and taking advantage of the channel multiple times a day. You don't have to do it multiple times a day, but the easy money is made in scalping, not in holding. $410.80, right? There was a gap to fill at $410.80. We don't know. We don't know if it's going to have a reversal at 410.80 or not. We don't fucking know. But if it cracks 410.80 and drops to 408 in the pre-market like it did, then we know that it's going to have a reversal at 410.80 because it already cracked and it's already bearish. Initial reaction, play the puts, play the puts, play the puts, play the puts. Very simple game. We already knew it was going to crash because it crashed. That's how we already knew. You need to scalp these. Don't hold. Don't hope. And with that being said, man, there's going to be a secret trade coming up as well. This triple BY. I want to give a big shout out as well to Jim C, man. We had a couple people swing trade puts right before the market closed using these strategies on triple BY. Look at this, man. He was short at 3:26 p.m. shorting and buying puts on this triple BY here. Big shout out to Jim C as well. He so him and Dimitri and Top G, these are basically the best traders within Trader Society. And with that being said, man, look at this stock. Absolute bloodbath. So my team and I, we're going to keep an eye on this one. It's going to take some time because we have to wait for the warrants and stuff like that. It's like a news play along with the charts. We're waiting for a specific price and we're waiting for the warrants to basically be closed. But with that being said, man, he absolutely crushed that. This stock is absolutely destroyed. It dropped like, I think 50%, 370, 703 to 370. Yeah, it dropped like 50% very, very quickly from their entry. But with that being said, this is going to be one coming up. We're waiting for confirmation with the news and we're waiting for the right price. This one has a gap to fill below at 305 and it also has a gap to fill below at 282 and it also has a gap to fill below at $1.63, $2, $1.30. There's multiple gaps to fill below. So I'm waiting for bullish confirmations on that. I'm waiting for the news and the warrants to settle, stuff like that. If you look at the history of this stock, it's absolutely insane, man. This stock has a history of filling every single gap. But that has changed in a sense due to like the bankruptcy rumors and stuff like all that going on. But like as time has shown, this stock has a strong history of filling the gaps. So it's just something on our radar for like a share play, not an options play. This will be a share play where I kind of buy it, hold it for a little bit, average down if it goes against me, and then just sell into the spike because at some point this is going to spike back up and we do have a new gap to fill at 586. Also, the new best price to short this and buy put options is at 586. So whenever this decides to go back to 586, it will likely happen within time. That'll be the time to short this. In the meantime, we just got to wait. We got to wait for a confirmation. We got to wait for things to settle out to buy this back because there will be an opportunity coming up on this one as well. It's just going to take time, not right away, so don't do anything yet. But yeah, that's one stock that has caught my interest for sure, man, because it's been having so many squeezes lately, and I do want to get in on one of those and hit a penny stock play. But with that being said, don't do anything with this stock yet. And that's the analysis for SPY, and that's kind of my outlook on BBBY for those who have been asking. But yeah, if you do want to be a part of Trader Society, now is the best time to join. The amount of people, I received over 20 messages today in terms of the testimonials section, people posted in the chat. We received over 20 messages today of people who've made over $1,000 in profits. The amount of people who join this program and make back multiple costs of the program in the first week is absolutely insane, man. They're telling me to raise the price. They're telling me to do recurring subscriptions. We have one guy who's from Denver. He said he's making an absolute killing. Whenever you come to Denver, he said, we'll link up. You can play golf, stay at his house. Like, it's a great community, man, and we're going to be doing some big things. So if you do want to be a part of us from the ground up, now is the best time to be joining. It's a one-time fee. It's lifetime access. There is no coupon code. There is no discount code. The price has already went up 20% compared to last year, and it's only going to keep going up, man. So the price is only going to continue to go up over time. There's no coupons. There's no discount codes, and this is the best time to join. The best time to start is today. That's the best time you could possibly start if you're not within Trader Society. And I do encourage you to really look into it and invest into your education. If you want to learn more about it, it's the first link down below in the description. It's going to explain to you everything that you get, and it's a one-time fee, and it's a lifetime access. The amount of testimonials that we've gotten is absolutely insane. Within the past 2 weeks, there's been over 200 testimonials. As a collective, as a whole, I mean, the polls are coming in, results are coming in. We've easily made, as a collective, multiple $100,000 just within the past week and a half. It's absolutely insane, man. And these are the polls, man. Almost every single day, man. Typically, it's like 80%. Typically 80% of people are green. Typically, it's just absolutely insane, man. We have a lot of new, people joining. So obviously we're gonna get a little bit more red than usual. That's just how it goes. But when I'm live streaming and when I'm trading the best setups at the best prices, it's almost always like this. It's almost always 100% green. And in terms of today, there was a best setup and it did work out. It was puts at 410.80, but it wasn't at the best price. I wanted the 412.35. I did play puts and bank at lower levels. But with that being said, we trade the best setups at the best prices. In the key levels, when a best setup at the best price is triggered, this is my plans. All of these are hitting, like every single, whenever these price alerts hit, they hit. So these trigger, and this is what I had to say about SPY. It had a very nice 30-minute breakout, then dump right before the close, banked on that both ways. But anyways, these are the best setups at the best prices. When a best setup triggers, I alert it live on stream and I trade in real time, right? So I'm live streaming when there's a best setup at the best price. When there's a lotto trade, I'll alert it in the SPY floor. Lotto trades are not the best setups at the best prices, but they've been hitting as well. Not the most ideal for small accounts, but yeah, man, if you do want to be a part of the community, I'm telling you, it's the best time to join, man. We just hit over 1,000 members. You get access to the best setups at the best prices, my real-time trade alerts. You get access to the SPY floor. This is where people post their best trades along with their lotto trades. This is where I post my lotto trades. Key levels, all the plans have been working to a T. When one of these key levels hits, that means there might be a trade at the best setup at the best price. We need to wait for some sort of confirmation. Sometimes it's already confirmed. But when my plan hits, I go live on stream. I go live on stream when my plan triggers, and I trade that price alert, best setup at the best price, live on stream. Those are the ones where you're going to see people really get amazing results in terms of the chat and the poll section, because those have always hit, man. But almost always hit. But yeah, if you do want to be a part of it, man, it's all strategically set up to work, and it's the best time to join, man. I'm telling you, now's the best time to invest. So it's the first link down below in the description. I will see you guys within the chat tomorrow. We're going to absolutely crush it. Big shout out to Top G. Big shout out to Dimitri. Big shout out to Jim C. that puts on BBBY. Absolutely insane, man. The community we have here is unreal. I've never seen anything like this, and it's only going to continue to grow, and we are going to have strong money printers, man. Strong money printers. And like I said, within time, man, imagine 100,000 people in this group. Some of them will have days where, the biggest people within the chat will have six-figure days. We already have people in the chat who are making 20 to 30 grand on one single day with options, like Dimitri. Just imagine 100,000 people in this chat. As a collective, as a whole, if it averages out to a $1,000 profit per person on a nice green day, which we will have multiple times a week, that will be $100 million in profit in one single day. There's going to be some traders who have six-figure days. There's going to be some traders who have multi-five-figure days. There's going to be some traders who have a couple $1,000 profit days. There's going to be some traders who have a couple $100 profit days. But as a collective, as a whole, that 100,000 members times $1,000 profit averages out to $100 million. And that's one single day, man. So what we're doing is we're going to be super disciplined, trade the best setups, the best prices. Obviously, you know, the wealthier people and the rich people and the people who have a much better understanding on trading and see what we see and are mastering the strategies, they can do some of the lottos and take advantage if they want to. Not that they have to. All you have to do is compound and trade the best setups, the best prices. And then once you really make it, start taking out some profit every single week along with compounding your account. But I'm telling you, man, we're going to do big things. We're going to do big things in the future. I'm not going to discuss what we're going to do in the future, but there's going to be very, very big things with, you know, trading bots, software, AI, possibly hedge funds. There's going to be some big things that we're going to be doing. It's just going to take time to accomplish these things. And that's just a goal that's going to be achieved, man. The best thing you can do now is to enjoy the moment, because life's good, man. Life's good every single day. Every single day. It's like literally 5 to 10 times the rent in terms of like what I'm making every single day almost. It's just absolutely insane what we're able to do with trading options on the SPY, and we're going to continue to do it. So if you want to be a part of it, it's the first link down below in the description, and now's the best time to get in on the ground floor. I will see you guys tomorrow live at Market Open with an updated plan analysis in the pre-market.